Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome back to the Moon Magic Tarot channel. Thank you for joining me and welcome to anyone who is new. This reading today is your weekly guidance from Spirit. We are asking Spirit exactly what you need to know right now and what's happening in the next 7 days. Can Spirit give you the heads up or any messages you need to know about so that you are prepared and ready and able to navigate the week ahead to the very best of your ability. Now, I'm just going to find my way into our first 3 cards that we're going to draw together. We have 3 crystals as well, and I will also draw on 3 runes too. Now, let me have 1, I'm seeing 2 and 3. It's this one. Okay, this one and this one. Okay, lovely. So let us have a look. We have Lizard Dream. This is your first card for reading number 1. We have, for reading number 2, we have Phoenix, Rebirth. And for reading number 3, we have Lion, Leadership. Wow. Okay, so those are our 3 cards. The crystals that we are using today are, first of all, this piece of raw tiger eye. Okay, I'll show that to you. Tiger eye is a stone of protection, and it's said to bring good luck to the wearer or the holder, the carrier. In this case, this might be quite tough to wear, a big chunk, but you could carry it, no doubt. Reading number 2, we have a piece of honey calcite. Honey calcite is a stone of leadership. It's connected to Archangel Gabriel. And lastly, we have an Apache tear. I always see faces in these little rocks. There's a story attached to these, and if it's relevant, I'll bring it into the reading. But this is a black obsidian Apache tear. Okay, so that is reading number 3. And let's bring some runes out as well. One, 2 and 3. Reading 1, you have the rune of wholeness. Okay. Reading number 2, you have the rune of ice. And reading number 3, you have the rune of initiation. Okay. Now I'm going to leave the video running for just a few moments longer. I'll just leave you some time really to just lean into your intuition, see how you're feeling. Just trust that gut feeling, trust your intuition. If you find yourself guided to more than one reading, it may just be that more than one area of your life is receiving a message today through Spirit. So Super Souls, I'll let the video run for just a few moments so you can really get yourselves focused. Tons of love, and I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Welcome. Reading number 1, you have the Lizard card, Dream. You have the rune of wholeness, which suggests that Spirit is telling you there is a very specific route to take this week, a very specific pathway to follow. Now, tiger eye is a stone of protection. It's also a stone of good luck. So there is something I feel already in this card alone that is guiding you in a very specific and particular direction. And also with the Lizard card, it's a direction or something that you may well have been dreaming about. Let's draw cards and see what else we are shown. We'll draw some oracle cards for you. First of all, we have a year from now. we have cannabis, detachment. This is Saturn and Neptune as well. Interestingly, can you see this is like an out-of-body experience? Can you see there's a figure and another figure spiraling out of it? So detachment is a separation from something. Okay, this is a very interesting reading. We also have Daughters of the Red Tent. Okay. Now that light appears to be blindingly bright on the cannabis card. I'm going to actually see if I can make that go a little bit lower. I hope that that's a little bit better, reading number 1. Now, this is about taking a new pathway, the pathway you must follow. Now, the detachment, interestingly enough, I feel is to do with emotions. I feel that this is about saying, you're protected, you know, there's something you have been dreaming of, something you really want to do, like stepping up into the world. At the same time, I think it's feeling quite emotionally intense. What's lovely is that you are protected, and there's support, there's guidance. It feels for me as if there is definitely a pathway you must follow. It connects to something you really want. At the same time, I do feel as if for you there's, I won't say anxiety as such about it. Maybe for some of you there is. Let's draw some more cards and see what else we are shown. I think I'm going to draw from the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards. These are my own cards, actually, Super Souls, and I do give away a pack of these every month in my monthly subscriber prize draw. So I'll leave the information. There's a link to add yourself to my monthly prize draw. Mistakes. You're fearful of making a mistake. I think you're worried about if you make this choice, this decision, you're fearful that you might make the wrong mistake, or you might take the wrong road. I'm very curious about a year from now, so we'll be asking more information and drawing clarifying cards around this. What I'm seeing at the moment is there's definitely going to be an opportunity. Spirit's guidance for you is really saying this needs to happen. You've outgrown something. And it does mean, or what might feel like stepping into the unknown, or taking a risk, trying something new that you've never tried before, doing something different. And you're sort of being asked to detach from the emotions. Let's draw some tarot cards. What may we be shown for reading number 1, please? Okay, so we have 3 cards there already. I'm going to use 3 different tarot packs today. And we can always draw on more if we wish to draw more clarifying cards. I am seeing those 2. What do we have for reading number 1? Okay, so we have the World. It's your first card. We have the 5. Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Difficult choices here we're seeing. Okay, so we have the World, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. Interestingly enough, look at this 10 of Wands. You feel like you're stepping into the unknown. I mean, this is the biggest issue around you. You're feeling like you're stepping into the unknown, and yet, honestly, this is a really good move. This is the path you must follow. The pathway's being opened up, and we have the 10 of Cups. You've got 10 of Wands, you've got 10 of Cups. And then you have the Death card. So I can see it's a really big transformational change and decision. We then have the 2 of Wands. We have the Ace of Chalices. which is the Ace of Cups, and then we have the Seven of Chalices. So what we're seeing here is something in your world has actually reached its natural conclusion. Reading number one, something has come to a natural end. Some cycle, some event, some job, somewhere you're living, something that is coming to an end. And you are about to embark on a new journey, a new chapter. Now, I feel like there's a sort of let's say a push-pull. I feel like you have really mixed feelings. A part of you feels very wobbly about the whole idea of moving forwards, and another part of you is dying to have something new and different to move forwards. In fact, it's kind of like having both. It's that massive place of, I really, really, really desperately want change, but I'm really, really, really frightened about having it, or worried about having it, or what if it doesn't work out, and I'm anxious and I'm concerned and it's stressing me out, and da 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 da. It's all that kind of, you know, jumping around. Fear of making mistakes, fear of making the wrong choice, I'm seeing here. But you are being supported and effectively told, you know, the message from Spirit is look, you can't really go wrong here. You know, this you've outgrown this situation. It's completely right for you to step into something that is new. And yes, it's unknown. Yes, it's new territory, but this is the path you must follow. Now, this is a stone of good luck. So even though you're anxious about the choice, I do think for many of you, I'm not saying that there isn't potentially a connection to love, to relationships. We have the Ace of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups, and the Two of Cups too, you know. But I feel for a lot of you, it's connected to work, money, that kind of stuff. And this is about actually moving you forward so that you start to be in an environment which you're actually going to love. So whether it is matters of the heart in love, or whether it is matters of the heart in living a life you want, this needs to happen. I am more inclined to feel that it is to do with kind of difficult work and financial decisions. But something's come to an end and it really needs to change. You know, this is, and it does feel like you're stepping into the new. It feels like you're taking this leap of faith by saying, do you know what, I'm prepared to do this. I'm going to move this forwards. It's time to move it forwards. And it does involve some very big changes for you. I am seeing that. We see that here in the Death card. But what we also see is the Two of Wands. Look at the magic that is happening, and the Ace of Chalices. This change, this shift, this trying something new is a really magnificent beginning for you. It's opening up new energy. I feel like the primary message for you, reading number one from Spirit, is to say you cannot go wrong. The only thing that can go wrong is if you try to stay with the way it has been, rather than embracing the choices that lead you to change and to a different space of being, doing, having. This needs to happen. It really needs to happen. Now let's draw cards around the year from now. What is this all about, this year from now? Are we saying something is going to come to fruition a year from now? What are we saying? Can we please have greater information for reading number one, please? Let's look at these cards to start with. Okay, so Ten of Wands again, and Six of Cups. Okay, right. So what I'm seeing here is, especially with the Six of Cups here, this is the kind of message really coming through that says, you know, this is one of those scenarios where in a year from now, at the moment you're worrying excessively about whether you're going to make the right choice or the right decision, and how's it going to work out, you know, into that what if territory that kind of surfaces when we are worried about making the wrong decision. We're worried about the outcome, and actually Spirit is saying to you, look, this is the path you must follow. Don't worry about it. choices will be available to you along the way here. What is really important and crucial at this moment in time is about you taking those steps forwards and knowing that you are supported, even if it feels like it's a tough call to take that leap, even though it feels like you're stepping into a space where some things are very unfamiliar to you. But actually, this is going to be rewarding. It's taking you towards a dream that you have wanted. It is actually going to lead you to your ultimate state of happiness, contentment and well-being. In a year from now, you're going to look back at this and you're going to think, what was I worried about? What was my problem? Why did I invest so much energy into worrying about this? All I needed to do was to take it step by step. I had to open that doorway and I had to walk through, and I had to leave something behind because it had come to its natural completion. It's not like a letting go. I don't feel like it's a cutting cords kind of energy. It feels much more, you know, sometimes there's a definitive let go of the past kind of flavour to a reading, and I'm not seeing that here at all. Reading number one, it's not about letting go of the past, it's about stepping into the future. If you're at a turning point, it's very, very different. There's a very different energy that is much more about looking forwards. Lizard, dreaming. Ace of Chalices, beginning. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, it's a beginning. Two of Wands, the energy is rising. It's time to move things forwards. So it's much more about stepping into something that's new and to some extent it's an unknown quantity, as opposed to having to sever the past. There's a new opportunity coming to you. That's what we're being shown. There is a new opportunity around you. It is actually loaded with luck and potential. I'm just going to draw some more runes for you. Lovely reading number one. Okay, we have the rune of Hagalaz, disruption. We have the rune of the spiritual warrior, and we have the rune of constraint. Right, this is really interesting. Yeah, so we've got that feeling of the Hagalaz is like Uranus, the great awakener. It's time. Okay, this is shaking stuff up a bit, but it needs to happen. We've got the spiritual warrior energy here. Be decisive, cut away the old, move forwards, be discerning, make decisions, don't hold back. The rune of constraint is interesting because it says the energy of constraint is around you. But it is interesting because what I feel it's really asking you is actually not to hold back. But the advice that comes with this rune is cross the T's and dot the I's. When we take a leap into the new and we start something afresh, we don't have to do it. You don't have to do it just because you're stepping into the new. It doesn't mean you need to do it with your eyes closed. What you can do is embrace the change and really cross the T's, dot the I's. You know, if there's more than one option available to you, weigh them up. In a year from now, honestly, you're going to look back at this and you're just going to laugh and think, what was my problem? Why was I hanging about there? Why didn't I just go for it? Take your time in looking at the details. If it's a new job, look at the details of the contract. Be meticulous, step back, be logical in your approach rather than emotional. Be logical in your approach to the practical things. In fact, this is a lovely, lovely additional message for you. Reading number one, which is if you are methodical and logical in your organising and planning, and you take this sort of one step at a time whilst absolutely strategically moving forwards, I mean, it's just going to unfold as it should. And it's got a sparkly new beginning here that's really right. I can see there's anxiety for you around it, or worry or concern or fear that you might make the wrong choice. Truly, honestly, everything here is saying, look, don't overload yourself. You're going to look back at this and you're going to laugh. in a year from now. But you've outgrown something. There are new opportunities presenting themselves. For some of you, maybe more than one. There may be two different choices. If it was like applying for a job or moving house, there might be two houses that you like. Could be two job opportunities. I'm seeing two sitting here, and maybe an indecision around which one do I take. For some of you, that might be part of the reticence. You're worried about, if I take this one or do I take this one? And what if I choose the wrong one? The rune of wholeness says you can't make the wrong decision. Whatever decision you make, it's going to be right for you. You know, just be methodical, be logical and practical about how you apply yourself to this, and then take the steps to make it real. There is only one way to go, and it will be made clear. And honestly, in a year from now, you will look back and you will laugh about the way that you worried about it excessively at this time. Super souls, this is delightful. I can see that there's a lot of concern. The tiger eye is a super lovely energy to be working with. It brings good luck to the wearer, and it is also a stone of protection. I can see why your reading number one, has aligned itself with the energy of tiger eye, because in a way I think you're feeling like you need protection. You're also feeling like you need good luck as well. So it's a really lovely energy to have around you. If you have a piece of tiger eye, I would be carrying it with you at this time, or maybe a tiger eye pendant or something. And if you don't, you could always you know, take a little screenshot of this and carry the photograph, print it out and carry the photo of this around with you. You know, now Super Souls, I have uploaded, this is my weekly reading that I upload every Sunday. I have just uploaded for 48 hours only a tutorial about using crystals in readings, which I do for my Patreon people. Patreon's a very different site. It's a very different platform. There are no advertisements, but it works on the basis of donations. I am building a very lovely Patreon community where I do a tutorial every month, and also all the zodiac sign readings for every moon month. So do you know, do check it out, and you're very, very welcome to join us if you're not on Patreon. If you'd like to check us out, check out the tutorial if you're interested, because it will give you a flavour of the kind of stuff that we do on that Patreon platform. Reading number one, this is so full of reassurance for you, with very clear messages. Be logical in your approach. There are decisions to make, and it's less of cutting cords from the past and more about stepping forwards and be methodical about it. Embrace the way forwards. Actually, where you're going is loaded with potential. We're seeing a really, really good outcome, and literally I think in a year from now you will honestly look back and laugh at this. Super souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world, and really, really rooting for you for this change, this shift, this opportunity, this opening. It feels like it's really sort of overdue, and yet I can also see there's a sort of a, oh, will I get it right? Will it be okay energy around it too? But you are receiving very, very clear guidance from Spirit today that says, look, this is absolutely the way to go. Moving forwards, making this choice, this decision. And if there's two options, just be logical rather than too emotional about it, and really we're going to see the right way forward happening for you. I honestly feel like you can't go wrong. I really do. Super souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, and I will put the links to my prize draw. There's like a subscriber email list to add yourself to. It is a subscriber offer. Thank you for subscribing. It really does help to support the channel. And thank you all of you who've been giving back through the super thanks in the comments as well. Tons and tons and tons of love to you, and I look forward to seeing you for some more readings. And if you are subscribing and you want to get notification of all my readings, I'm now tending to post on a Tuesday, a Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Those are the sort of days I'm going to be posting on, midweek, Tuesday or a Wednesday, but usually a Tuesday. So if you want to keep a lookout for those readings, those are the days I'm most likely to post on. And also, yeah, if you press the little bell icon when you subscribe, hopefully stuff will pop up into your stream. Tons and tons of love. Reading number one. Beautiful reading number 2, people. We have Phoenix, Rebirth. We have the Rune of Ice, and you have the Honey Calcite Crystal, which is associated with Archangel Gabriel and communication, divine communication. Okay, this is interesting. I actually feel as though some form of communication, something is going to arrive that will unblock something, unfreeze something. It's going to be moved forwards, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, the rebirth. Something that has been stuck, solid, feeling like ice. It's not been happening, it's not been moving. That's about to shift. Some kind of communication coming in that changes the essence of something. So whereas you felt blocked, stuck, trapped, uncertain about how to move forwards, I think something's going to almost be released this week. What else are we shown? Okay, peaceful resolution. Well, that's a lovely card given what I have just been tuning in with. We have mugwort, psychic healing. And we have the owl, wisdom energy. We have the moon and Neptune. And I'm seeing this kind of mirror here with a spiral in it, almost like the universe. I feel like there's divine timing coming in here. We also have ancestral guardians of the light. Very interesting. I'm feeling that I want to draw another card from the same pack here for you. Lady of Laza descends. Okay. And I think I'm going to do one more oracle card and then we'll draw tarot cards for you. I'm going to use the Art of Manifestation cards. That's your card. These are my own cards. I actually give away a pack of these in my monthly subscriber prize draw. Watch out for the video. I'll be uploading that any day. I give away a free private reading and a pack of these cards every month. It is a subscriber offer. And if you want to be in that draw, add yourself to my subscriber email list. I will put all the links to anything, including that, anything and everything, in the information box below and the comments too. Right, it's okay not to be okay. Right, okay. Reading number 2. So, reading number 2. I do feel that some communication, I almost want to say a moment of enlightenment, is about to land. A moment of a turning point, a moment when you kind of know that you have to do something differently or that you take a new course of action. I feel like something has been weighing heavy on you. It's okay not to be okay. This is about having strong emotions. Reading number 2, you've been having strong emotions about something. In fact, I actually think some of you have been really, I'm going to just say really pissed off and quite angry about some stuff that's been going on. It's weighed really heavy on you. And what this reading is really validating is, firstly, that you've worked your socks off to try and make this okay. There's a real validation here that you've done the work. It's like, sweet soul, you have worked your socks off to try and make this right. There's also a realization that sometimes we can't make things right. And I'm seeing peaceful resolution, which is lovely. I think for some of you, part of the peaceful resolution comes in you sort of, it's not that you're turning a blind eye to something, but you are choosing to kind of walk away from it. I think you have the higher vision. Everything in your reading is really honouring you. It's honouring you. It's honouring your ability to have just put in every ounce of everything that you could put into to try and make something work. But the time has come for you to rise up. Now, I think something's been weighing heavy for you, or you've been doing battle with something and maybe it keeps popping up and you keep trying to attend to it, and you know, it happens again, and just when you thought you'd sorted something up, it pops again, whatever it is. I actually think this is the point when you kind of realize that there are some things you can't fix. And I feel sort of quite sad saying it, but I also feel quite empowered saying it. There's a really interesting duality of energy here, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. The duality of both, you know, ice is water, frozen water, and fire, the phoenix is fire. There's a duality here, and of you knowing clearly kind of what you're prepared to handle and what you're not, and sort of becoming your own leader. I feel there could be a communication of some sort coming in that almost enables you to find your peace with this. Okay. Firstly, the message here for you from Spirit is so clear. It's a massive validation. Basically, there's a message that says, look, you have put in 1000% and more. You couldn't have given more. You couldn't have done more in this situation. It's weighed heavy on you. You've tried every possible way, and you've invested every possible ounce of every possible bit of you to try and make this happen and make it work, and to make it okay or sustainable or peaceful. And there's sometimes just stuff that's out of your control and you can't fix other people, and it's got that flavour. But, and this feels the beautifully positive thing, something is arriving this week. Whether it is just coming to you in that space of your own stillness, your own thinking, or whether it arrives in the form of something that comes in that gives you a very clear and decisive turning point. Actually, there is a shift occurring. I feel like this is the week you find your peace with this. For some of you, it means kind of leaving it behind, walking away. But however you look at it, you do so with awareness and with wisdom, and with the growth and the amazingness that you can gain from seeing something for what it really is, and just knowing that it's not yours to pursue anymore. Let's draw your tarot cards and see what else we are shown. Reading number 2. No, one more from here. First. I love it when the cards fly out as they wish to. And there's your second. Ooh. And there's your third. Okay. See those two. Okay. Let's first of all just recognize we have the Queen of Cups here. This is the card that has absolutely revealed, she's revealed herself to us. Okay, I'm going to place that in the middle here. What else do we have? So we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. We have the 5 of Cups. And then we have the 10 of Wands. Right, you know that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's what's coming to mind here. I feel like you've done your absolute level best to try and make something work. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You've gone over and above the call of duty, as it were, almost, in trying to make something work. And there's a point here where I think you recognize that whatever you do, it's almost like whatever you do, it wouldn't be good enough anyway. So now is the time to take action. 8 of Wands we have. We have Queen of Cups, and we have the 8 of Swords. I'm loving this. 2 8s either side of our beautiful Queen here. It's time to be decisive. It's time to take action. It's time to draw the line. It's time to say, do you know, enough is enough? And look at the owl here. And we have the owl here with mugwort, psychic healing. This is the point where you really, really realize how much you've done to try and make it work, and the fact that nothing that you ever do or say would ever have fixed this. That's just how it is. And although there's been frustration, anger even around some things, and you've really held your ground over this in the best possible way, this is the point when you go, do you know what? Self-care needs to be prioritised. I need to look after myself. I need to look after my own emotional well-being. I'm going to be decisive. I'm going to take action. I need to know that my loyalty lies with me and not with people who are and groups of people who are kind of messing me around. I can't keep investing in something where I'm not appreciated, I'm not valued, I'm not heard. And I'm very, very sorry, reading number 2, that you have had that experience, but it feels for me very clear that this is a turning point. It's time for you to find your peace. We have the 10 of Chalices, beautiful, and the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, wow, look at these beautiful cards. Reading number 2. This is like the Happy Families card. This is the happiness in love, contentment. We're being shown that it's completely time to let this circumstance, this situation go. Maybe for some of you it was a love interest or a group of people that you loved, that you cared about, family even, whatever it is. Whatever that situation, it's run its course. It's time for you to rise. Something's coming in to trigger it. If it hasn't triggered it already, it's going to. It may already have arrived, and you might even have been feeling a bit of a push-pull with the energy. But now is the time to take action, prioritise you, prioritise your self-care, and what we're seeing is this fabulous outcome. 10 of Chalices, 10 of Pentacles, contentment, happiness, happy families. This is the winning the lottery card, I always feel. I don't necessarily mean the actual lottery. I'm not saying you shouldn't go and buy one. But it feels like it's the winning the lottery card in terms of what would really make you happy. It can come to you walking off into the sunset. This is fab. This is the week when something comes to cause you to see with clarity that you really, really could not have done it any differently. And I love that, because even though I'm really sorry you've had this experience, what I also see is that I think you are very conscientious as a person. You're very conscientious. You really think deeply and feel deeply, and you try to sort of approach everything with wisdom and thought and mindfulness. But sometimes that can mean that we return to something more than we should. We don't liberate ourselves from a circumstance. And this is the point when you are able to see something clearly. And actually, I feel like it releases you from something. So either, we've got messages coming in here. Archangel Gabriel. Something coming in that causes this shift. Because we have these cards here, taking decisive action, prioritising you, being very clear, I feel we've got two sides of a coin here. For some of you, there's information that comes through that's connected to this energy of, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. The fact that you just know whatever comes through for you, it's telling you that you simply cannot invest anymore because you can't change it. And the message is within that. For others, it may be that something arrives that is so much better than that. And you sort of realise you can't really juggle both, so you make that choice. And for some of you, maybe it's both. Maybe simultaneously a message arrives in the form possibly of someone, I don't know. We'll possibly draw some more clarifying cards, or runes in fact, I think is what we're going to do. And something arrives that opens up your world, and you have such a contrasting experience. It's like, wow, this is absolutely lovely. Why have I been hanging out and doing that when I could have been doing this? So for some of you, there is something fabulous arriving that is the trigger to find your peace with this. For others, this is hanging heavy and you sort of know you need to do something else, and yet at the moment you're decisive. I see real positivity coming in. Let's draw some runes. You draw 2 here and 2 here. Well, wow, I mean, these are huge runes. We've got Berkana, the rune of growth, and the rune of joy. I mean, this is, but let's just bring these down here. We then have the rune of openings and the rune of wholeness. So these runes are so clear. I always feel the runes, they are, it's like your witness self, I think, communicates through the runes. Your higher self, your witness self, the part of you that is conscious of your soul's evolution, the part of you that is witness to your human self, processing experiences in order to grow at a level of soul. I did a whole workshop on runes in my Patreon community. I do a tutorial every month and have just done one on crystals, which is still live on YouTube, by the way, if you are watching this as I'm posting this on Sunday the 15th, I think it is, Sunday the 15th of, to think what the number was, Sunday the 15th of January 2023. Ultimately, these readings are timeless. You can tune into them anytime you want. Find the right reading, it will have the right message for you right here and right now. But in the time that I'm posting it, the tutorial is up with a pick a card reading, which was about healing, actually, from the crystals. 3 amazing readings. They were extraordinary, actually, to do with spirit bringing healing through a reading. If that interests you, and you're tuning into these readings on the 15th of Sunday the 15th today, it should still be live on YouTube, because it's a Patreon thing that I do. I put them on YouTube just for 48 hours, and then, because it's really is a gift to the Patreon people, it's a different platform on Patreon. It's a donation site where people offer donations of their choice, and I choose, because I wish to thank them enormously for their support, for their ongoing support. I do a tutorial, and I do all my my moon monthly all zodiac signs readings as well on Patreon too. You're very welcome to check it out and to join us over there if you wish. But back to your reading number 2. These runes are so clear. The rune of wholeness, there is a pathway you must follow. The rune of opening, this is the point where you get clear. I always think the rune of opening is like the fog lifting. And if you think of fog as fear, obligation, guilt. So anything that you've been tangled in emotionally to do with this situation, clarity comes. Whether it comes because you realize you can't keep doing something, or it comes because something better has appeared and there's such a contrast, or indeed it's a bit of both. Either way, this is fab. This is the path you must follow. It's time to take clear, decisive action. Berkana, this is a whole new phase of growth. It's a new phase of life from which you can grow like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And we have the rune of joy. This is a fruit-bearing rune. It's carried across the gap by the wings of heaven. It's being supported, being loved. It's this rainbow bridge of healing. Reading number 2, this is magnificent. It is quite clear to me that whatever has been weighing heavy is going to lift. It may require some decisive action on your part, but it's going to lift. You will find your peace this week with this scenario, even though it may have been really, really niggling you, and you're going to come through it, and we are seeing you move towards a very different future really here, which is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm so sorry this has happened. On the other hand, ultimately your witness self is really validating you've done the work. My goodness me, you could not have given more. And now it's time to recognize no more of something. And in doing that, you move through and beyond this. And I feel this is the week when this really happens. You find your peace, you find your own healing. It's where those readings might actually be really relevant to you, because actually the pick a card reading in the tutorial, because it's about using crystals in readings, is about, you know, what healing is spirit bringing for you now. So they may be really relevant to you. They are still live, certainly at the moment, on YouTube. Anyway, enough of that. I'll put the links to anything and everything that might interest you in the description box, and I'll pin a comment for phone users to make things easier to find. Super Souls, I really think this is a turning point, whatever's been weighing heavy. Honestly, the validation is huge. You know, you couldn't have done more. You really couldn't have done more, and it is time for you to be released and to prioritize you 1000%, instead of 1000% trying to help people who aren't necessarily even going to help themselves. It's time for you to help you, and to sit in that place of wisdom, knowing that you did everything you could. And we are seeing, I mean, this is the best of the best of the best of the best. So as are these runes. So beautiful souls, this really is a turning point for you this week, and the turning point comes because you find your peace with it. Whatever causes that to arrive, this is the future that you're walking into, and it's beautiful. Super Souls, reading number 2, tons and tons of love. I'm sending you the biggest hugs ever. Welcome, reading number 3, to your weekly guidance from Spirit. You have the Rune of Initiation, you have the card of Leadership, Lion, and we are also using the Apache Tear, the Black Obsidian Apache Tear. I always see faces in these crystals, these stones, and there is a very interesting story about these, but I'll voice it if it seems appropriate as we do the reading, and if it doesn't come into the reading, I'll sort of tell you about it at the end for anyone who's just interested in crystals, because it's quite a remarkable story. So I'm going to place that there. Now, very interesting, because we have courage coming across here. Let's draw more cards before we really hear more. We've got a card a year from now. It's interesting, that came out in reading number 1 as well. We have St. John's Wort, or Wort, Radiance, and this is the card of the Sun, Source Energy. Gosh, this is very much a card of fertility. We're seeing the hares of fertility, the deer, a swallow or a swift, and a house burning here. We then have the card of Ancestral Guardians of the Light. This came up in one of the other readings as well. How interesting that the same cards are showing. Reading number 3, what is happening in your world? We then have Blessing of the Carter Bestowed. Okay. I think I'm going to leap straight into your tarot cards and have a look and see what we are shown for reading number 3. Very strong and yet transient energy around your reading. I don't know what that quite is telling us yet. There's your 3rd card. Okay. What do we have here? Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups. We have, oh, it's interesting, we have the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Death card. We have the Eight of Cups, the Three of Wands, and look at the deer here. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Ten of Chalices and the Two of Wands. Very interesting reading. Reading number 3. Reading number 3. This is, I think, a relationship reading. As in like a love, an intimate relationship reading. And if for some reason you are not tuning in with love and relationships, it may even be that this isn't the right reading for you. But you may wish to sit with the reading and see how it unfolds. I feel like it is a relationship reading in terms of a love that is yet to come. A love that is worth waiting for. Okay. Now that may feel tricky if you're single and on your own and you are waiting and you've been looking. I feel like there have been choices and you've processed relationships before. This is all about you finding the right person. Not just finding any person, it's finding the right person. Someone with whom you can genuinely travel the same path. I feel like you've had relationships that have not, for whatever reason, worked out, or they've terminated one way or the other. There have been relationships that you thought would work, or even for some of you, circumstances caused a relationship to end. We have this house in the corner on fire. And even though everything is moving towards radiance and new beginnings, it's as if some loss occurred in order for you to get there. Now, the year from now, I will draw some clarifying cards around this. A year from now could be an indication of how long you might need to wait. And that may feel like a very long time if you're searching for a soulmate. On the other hand, it may be that you've been searching for a year from now, and therefore something will emerge. We'll draw more cards to clarify around this. I will now talk about the story of the Apache tears. Now, because ultimately, even though this relates to loss, bereavement, it also relates to honour. And the reading is sort of saying that you're an old soul, okay? Reading number 3. You're not a young soul, you're an old soul. And you've come here with purpose. And it means that within relationship, you will have quite possibly maybe struggled to find the right person, or you may have had relationships that brought you soul growth, soul lessons. And in the process of those relationships, your soul has grown. But it may be that you haven't yet got to that level of connection. Or if you're still processing an existing relationship, maybe there's still more processing to be done. But this is a reading that says stand up for your beliefs. The story with the Apache tears is that there was a Native American tribe where the warriors were being pursued or in battle with an enemy, and rather than be captured, they actually jumped off the edge of a cliff. Okay, and when their wives and their families came to find them, they came to the cliff and they wept, and where their tears fell, these stones formed, and they are full of faces, I think. And what I also have come to understand, it's very interesting because it does relate a bit to the workshop that I've just done on Patreon, which is still on YouTube. I was just saying this in reading number 2. I do post a tutorial every month on Patreon. It's a very different site, and also my zodiac sign readings go there too. It's a site that works on donations, so it's different to here on YouTube, and there are no advertisements. But I do a tutorial there every month, and I also do put that tutorial onto YouTube just for 48 hours, aside from anything, to help people to, it means you can check out what we're doing on Patreon, without having to go to Patreon and commit to having a go. But I've just done a tutorial about crystals and using them in readings, and a pick a card reading, which was really interesting to do with healing. Now, what I encouraged within that tutorial was for anyone using crystals is not just to take the story that you can read about or the qualities of a crystal because you've read it in a book, or you've Googled it, or you've read somebody else's summary. I always encourage people to take the time to sit with a crystal or a rock and listen to what it has to tell you, because the story that comes to you will be how that crystal wishes to work with you and through you. When I have journeyed with black obsidian tears, I didn't just see these braves jumping over the cliff in order to avoid capture. What I actually saw was they diverted, rather than doing battle, they diverted the chase so that they could protect their village, protect their women, their children, their tribe. So there was protection, there was honor going on as well. That's what I saw in my sitting and meditating and journeying with these rocks. And that's coming out in your reading here. It's to do with you being true to yourself, being true to your integrity, not compromising those core values within relationship. And I think possibly for some period of time, you may even have met several people over the last year, if you are dating, or certainly during your lifetime. You are an older soul. You've probably actually experienced relationships that didn't work out, and you're still kind of holding out for the right one, or you're hoping that maybe an existing relationship will up its grade. Now, we are seeing transformation and rebirth here. We're seeing your integrity, you being you, coming through here. You knowing the path you must follow. We're seeing your rite of passage to a place where it's like you are yourself through and through. You are radiant. You've burnt your bridges. You've come through your experience. You have the wisdom now of a soul who's not only entered more than one incarnation before coming here, but you are now, I feel like you're now ready to leave the past behind. You are no longer tied to the past. You're free actually to move forwards here. 10 of chalices, that's 10 of wands, 2 of wands. Very interesting that some of the same cards are coming out in these readings, even though they have very different messages. If you're drawn to more than one or even all 3, it would not surprise me. This feels very significant though, in terms of very specifically for a relationship, but a relationship, I want to say, that's worthy of you. And I don't mean that in an ego way. I'm not trying to kind of, boost your egos. What I'm trying to say is, quite genuinely from the heart, you are worthy of a great love. You are worthy of someone who really can hold the values and the integrity that you hold. And this is not a time to back down on your personal values. It's a time to uphold them. This is not a time to compromise on the very essence of what matters to you. There's something of pride, of honor, and I don't mean pride as in pride arrogance, I mean pride as in integrity pride. There is something in this reading about not stepping down, or there's some stuff around you that is not negotiable because it's true and it matters and it's important and you know it. And that's the flavor here. It's all about connecting with people. I do think for many this is predominantly about love. It's about intimacy. It's about finding the right person and holding out for the right person. Now I'm going to draw some clarifying cards around this a year from now. I want to know if this card is telling us that you've been looking for a year and have had several choices that maybe haven't worked out. And this is the point where you see things clearly. The Hanged Man. The Death card, where you transform, you have come through almost like a period of initiation, and now you're ready. I mean, I'm seeing you ready. I'm seeing you walk forwards. We're seeing everything moving forwards here, but I need to check and clarify this particular card here. I'm going to draw some more tarot cards and also another oracle card as well. I'm seeing this one here. I'm going to draw from the Art of Manifestation cards too. These are my own cards. I do actually give away a pack of these and a free private reading every month. It's a subscriber offer. I'll put the link to join my subscriber email list in the description box and the comments as well. Which direction? You have reached a turning point in your life. Do not be afraid of taking the wrong path. When you recognize the learning to be found at every step and in every moment of your journey, you will realize there is no wrong way, only the infinite gain of your personal growth and evolution. Right, I feel this card already is actually telling us that you've been trying to find the right person for some time. This is the turning point where you kind of just sort of know that there are certain things that are not negotiable in terms of your values. Yes, look at this. Oh, this is wonderful. So I'm going to do a little bit of joyous ecstaticness here because this is wonderful. We have the King of Wands, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now the Queen of Pentacles for me is the one card. Look at the lions, look at the lions, reading number 3. Yes. The Queen of Pentacles is the one card that I feel is ego-less self-satisfaction. You deserve, and you know it. It's not ego arrogant, I deserve. It's, do you know what? I damn well deserve this because I have worked for it. I have learned the lessons. I've done the stuff that was needed. I've stepped up. I've been through the initiation, so to speak. And now I deserve this. 10 of Chalices, 2 of Wands. It's now moving forwards. Which direction? You're at a turning point. It's not suggesting, I don't think, that there's more than one choice in relationship. For some of you, maybe that's the case, but I'm more seeing this as that turning point. No longer compromising in particular ways. There's a liberation within relationship, an equality within relationship, a renewed vitality here. You can now look ahead. 2 of Wands, 2 of Wands. The energy is looking forwards. So I'm really clear now with this card. I sort of thought, gosh, is this sort of saying, well, this is worth waiting for, but you're going to have to wait another year. No, I'm not seeing that reading number 3 at all. I'm seeing now is the time. Stepping up. King of Wands is a card of leadership. You know who you are. This is like in the law of attraction. Because you know who you are, you can now attract the partnership that you want. To have a king and a queen, amazing. And look at the energy, the imagery in these cards here. Look at them both looking forwards. It's like you're being guided. Now, this is non-gender specific. I need to say this. You know, we're not talking, you know, a male and a female coming together, though that may be the case for some of you. But we're seeing partnership, both of you being guided. I think both of you in this relationship that I believe is coming, and I think it's coming soon. Both of you are now being guided to meet one another. You're being drawn to one another because I think both of you have done the learning, the initiation. And because you've done that level of soul work, you're now ready. You're really, really ready. And that's what I think we're being shown here. You know, you're not going to be deliberating, going back, negotiating over things that shouldn't be negotiated over. The conflict is over around relationship. The conflict around love is over. You know who you are now. You're ready to move forwards. You know what you want, and actually now is the time to manifest it. And we're seeing stuff begin to move forwards, really. I almost feel this is a really perfect time. I mean, this is a weekly reading. Whenever you are coming to this, whether you're coming to it on the Sunday that I've posted it, because I post these every Sunday. And thank you so much to those of you who follow these readings every week. Your support is so appreciated. And thank you for your lovely comments and feedback. But this, whenever you come to this reading, this is the turning point. The rebirth point. You know who you are, and therefore you can attract somebody who is going to meet you in equal terms. You've been doing the work for a good amount of time. You really have. And honor, integrity, truth, these are such core qualities for you. You are an older soul, and therefore you've had to embark on a few relational challenges along the way to get to this point where you are solidly yourself and can therefore sit in this space of, gosh, self-blessing almost, and attract the person that you really wish to be with. This is where you can sort of be yourself and yet be in relationship too. Let's draw just a few more runes to conclude your reading today. Okay, so we have the rune of joy, we have the rune of signs. This is signs, signals, synchronicities, the perfect timing. We have the rune of openings, and we have the rune of wholeness. This came out in every one of these readings, I think, if I'm right. This is the path you must follow. The rune of joy is like carried across the gap by the wings of heaven. It's a fruit-bearing rune. The rune of openings is clear direction. It's the energy moving forwards. The signs will be shown to you. Signs, signals, synchronicities. Now we're still in the Mercury retrograde period at the time of doing this reading. We are fast approaching a new moon when we set our new moon wishes and our new moon intentions in terms of our manifestations. I will be doing new moon angel readings, and I will be doing a whole moon month as well, with really a huge amount of information about how to navigate the month in terms of your manifestations. So watch out for those as soon as I post them. If you subscribe and want to get them into your stream, press the little bell icon as well. And I usually post on a Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These readings are always on Sundays. I'm trying to get into a bit of a rhythm now. Joy, a fruit-bearing rune. Signs, this is divinely guided. You're being shown the way. So pay particular attention. Reading number 3. Pay particular attention to the signs that you are being shown. I think the direction will be made clear to you in order to meet this person. Okay? Now, again, directions being shown and pathways, knowing that there's a pathway. I just think in your gut feeling, you'll kind of know. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading in terms of your readiness for relationship, your strength of soul growth, which enables you and is really essential for you to find the right person to be with, to collaborate with in your world. Because if you're not with the right person, and if you've stuck through this reading but you're thinking, well, I'm in a very happy relationship already, then it could be a working alliance, a working alliance you'll love. But however we look at it, this is about relationship. It is about finding the right person who you meet on equal terms, where you can be you, and you are being guided now. You're being guided to meet. There are no more conflicts around what you will accept and what you won't, because you've done the work. It's the really biggest message here. You've done the work, you've upheld integrity every step of the way in many, many situations. And as an older soul who has come here, it does make it harder to find the right person. And also, older souls often come here to do the level of work that is needed to help humanity, and that often means that they engage in some challenging experiences within relationships, because that's actually where humanity is needing to do most of its work. And most of our problems in humanity are because we don't agree with each other, and we don't know how to communicate well, and we fall out and we go to war, and we don't share resources and collaborate properly. Most of humanity's problems come through issues where we don't actually work together. And if we did, we'd be looking after our planet better, we'd share our resources, nobody would be homeless or without food. You know, there's all this sort of stuff. But it's these higher values and the level of soul work required to bring the essence of these higher values into relationship that you guys have been embarking and working on. And this looks to be a turning point where you can really look ahead, and you're being guided. So if you have been searching and searching for that person, you've had several choices that maybe didn't go right, everything is now about to change. You are being guided. I'm thrilled for you, reading number 3. I'm really thrilled. Watch out for the signs. The directions will be shown to you, the clarity. Look at the way the rune of openings is exactly the same shape of this which direction. You're going to be shown the right pathway to take in order to connect. And we're seeing pathways here, and a pathway away from previous conflict. Clarity, the Hanged Man, seeing things and stepping through challenges. The rebirth, leadership, knowing who you are. We have a king and a queen as well, you know. It's not gender specific, but what a validation and such an acknowledgement from this crystal in terms of your honor, your integrity, and the very essence of what you personally need and have been working and striving for, potentially for many years. But I think the last year has brought a particular focus into your world around relationship and around integrity and honor, and the things that really matter to you, the things that should never be compromised. Reading number 3, I am loving your reading. Thank you for joining me for this weekly guidance and messages from Spirit. I will put links to anything and everything that might be valuable or helpful or interesting for you. I'll try and put a link right on the end of this video for the tutorial as well, while it's still on YouTube. And if you're watching this after the weekend of the 15th, then it's probably now only on Patreon. But you know, do check Patreon out if there's stuff there that might interest you. It's a very different orientation because it's a donation site, but it's a super lovely, a bit more personal than YouTube as well. I mean, I find this community here amazingly connected. You guys are so inspirational. So it's super lovely to be working on more than one platform now as well. Super souls, tons and tons and tons of love. And super souls, tons and tons and tons of love to you.